Hey y'all. So, what sold from my listing challenge in the month of February? Many of you know that I put myself to a tough challenge. Well, for me, it was tough. Maybe some of y'all are really good at listing every day. I'm not. I had a big backstock of items that I had opened in thredup boxes because I had gotten really busy with my full time and just stuff going on in life, right? And I put myself to the challenge to list a box of inventory every day for the month of February. Many of you were so supportive of all of the listing that I was doing and kept encouraging me. I posted little shorts every day to keep myself accountable. And y'all, I did it. I got through my death pile. Truly, the only thing that is left is maybe some jewelry that I need to test and some items I need to repair that I got from some DIY designer boxes. But overall, I made it all the way through my death pile. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. I am going to be doing a giveaway for that challenge. So stay tuned till the end of the video. We'll talk about that. But first, we are going to talk about the difference it made in my sales. I will go over that. And then first, I'm going to tell you what sold. I'm going to go through the items that I listed during this listing challenge and what sold. So I did sell some additional items that were maybe like older listings during this time as well. But I'm just going to go over the things that I listed from those boxes that sold. I'll tell you where they sold and how much they sold for. So let's get into it. All right, so we'll start with Poshmark. For me, I sell on Poshmark and eBay and the Real World, but we're not going to talk about the Real World today. For me, I sell many more items typically on eBay than I do on Poshmark. This time for this listing challenge, I sold 10 of the items that I listed during the listing challenge on eBay. And on Poshmark, 8 items. So it was actually pretty close this month. So that was a big difference. I think that I had a big uptick in Poshmark. eBay, I think, was probably about the same, but we'll get to that toward the end of the video. Okay, so let's go over Poshmark first. I will go over what sold on Poshmark in the month of February from the items that I listed during the listing challenge. So the first item that sold was this Cupshe swimsuit. This came in a fun box and it was new with tags, a black one piece. This sold on Poshmark for $15. The next item that sold on Poshmark was the gorgeous vintage pair of Harley Davidson motorcycle boots that had a chain detail down the side. Oh, these were so nice. These sold pretty fast on Poshmark for $63. The next item that I listed from this listing challenge was a pair of PRADA sunglasses. These came to me in a DIY designer box. Got those listed. They were in overall pretty good shape. The case was not, but the sunglasses themselves were. These sold for $90. The next item that sold from my Poshmark closet from the items that I listed was the pair of Lulu Frost earrings that I upcycled. I made sure to get those listed, and then also the bracelet that I upcycled, and those sold for $20. The next item that sold from this listing challenge was a coat I listed. It was a Prada black coat, kind of quilted, but more of a weather tech type coat, like a ski jacket. Had that Gore-Tex. It was awesome. I did send this into the Real originally, and they sent it back to me for broken hardware. The issue with this coat, it wasn't that the zipper didn't work, but it was that you had to zip. It had like 2 zippers. You had to zip both all the way up and then one down in order for it to stay zipped. So I made sure to put that in the listing. That sold on Poshmark for $150. The next item was also one that I had sent into the Real that got sent back to me saying it was a brand that they didn't accept. Not true. And I sent it in twice to them. I'm like, you do accept this. Take it. I don't know. They sent it back. But it's by the brand Coma, I can't say it. Coma de Garçons. I don't know. Sorry, butchered it. Don't speak French. Anyways, these were a men's plaid wool pant. These came to me in a men's designer box. And in hindsight, I'm really glad that I ended up listing them myself and selling them. I'm sure I got way more for them than I would have if the railroad would have sold them for me. They were in like new condition, and I sold those for $63. The next item that sold during this listing challenge was the Manitoba moccasins that I got in a fun box. These were in awesome shape. There was just a small flaw on the bottom of the moccasin. And these also obviously went pretty quickly. They sold for $32. The last item to sell from this listing challenge was a pair of Eileen Fisher ankle boots. They have a wood stacked heel. I was kind of hoping that they would fit me and I would get to keep them, but they were just a tad too small. These sold on Poshmark for $20. So all in all, I sold, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on Poshmark of the items that I listed during the listing challenge. Now, like I said, I did sell a few more items on Posh, I believe 3 more, that were older listings. Okay. So a total of 11 sold, 8 from the ones that I listed during the listing challenge. All right. So let's talk about eBay. Now, eBay this month, for the month of February, I sold a total of 24 items. And of those, 10, probably should have added some things up before I recorded, 10 of those came from items that I listed during the listing challenge. So definitely some older items sold as well. But let's go through it and I can tell you exactly what sold. So from the listing challenge, I listed the Fruits watch, which many of you may remember came in a fun box. It was new, it just needed a battery. It looked like a little watermelon. It was so cute. I was shocked at how much these go for, and did have it listed kind of high. I did take an offer for it. That ended up selling for $50. The next item that I listed during the listing challenge that sold was an Eileen Fisher throw. This came to me in a scrap fabric box a long time ago. Or was it a scarf box? I think it was the scrap fabric box. I can't remember. Anyway, it had a very low cost of goods on it, and it was mohair, and that ended up selling for $35. It was in great shape. The next item that sold on eBay from my listing challenge was a pair of Reef flip-flops. These were new at tags, had the beer can opener on the bottom, or beer bottle, or I guess you could open like an old-fashioned root beer or Coca-Cola. But it had a bottle opener on the bottom of the flip-flop, and those sold for $25. The next item that I listed during this listing challenge that sold on eBay was a drone. This was one of my kids' drones that they never used. Y'all, my kids always want drones and they never use them. Okay, so next time a kid asks for that from me, it's not happening. I don't know. I didn't buy this one for them. A family member, I think, did. But anyways, they never used it. I listed it. It sold very quickly on eBay for $15. The next item that I listed during this listing challenge that sold also really fast was a She Fit sports bra. And this I opened in a fun box. So that was awesome. And it sold for $39. That was really cool. The next item I was actually on the fence about even listing during the listing challenge. I was like, do I donate this? Is it worth listing? Because some of the items in these boxes that I went through, I donated. If I didn't think it was worth listing, I went ahead and donated it to my local thrift. Other items I listed, and then other items I put in these subscriber mystery boxes. This one I almost donated. And I'm glad I decided to list it because it sold. And this was an Urban Outfitters bucket hat. It kind of reminded me of like a corduroy type. It was green, It's really cute and it was new with tags. So I went ahead and listed it, and y'all, it sold for $15. So just goes to show you never quite know what's going to sell. The next item that sold was a silk scarf by I think it was National Trust of Scotland. It was in a really, really pretty pale blue, and it had little thistles all over it. I think I got this one from Misty over at Skeeter Jones. She sent me a lot of really cool scarves, and I love scarves, y'all. Some of you maybe who have purchased from me, I sometimes will throw in some jewelry if you buy something from me, or I might wrap something in a scarf. So I do use them even if I don't list them, sometimes to wrap items, because I don't know. I think scarves are so interesting. Anyway, this one sold on eBay for $25. The next item that I listed during the listing challenge that sold on eBay was a strand of rice pearls. And these also had a really pretty kind of AB coating on them. It was a multi-strand necklace, unbranded. The clasp was gold tone, not 14K. And it just took me a while to get that listed. It was in one of the boxes, got it listed. It sold very quickly for $20. The next item that also sold fast, that was from this listing challenge, was a set of Alex and Ani Disney Frozen bracelets. There was a set of 2. This came in a fun box, and those sold for $12. Now, this has to be my favorite sale of the whole thing. Probably the PRADA coat was my favorite one on Poshmark, but my favorite one on eBay was this gorgeous pair of Staud boots. I found these at the thrift. I didn't show these in a thrift haul. I'm going to do better about bringing my thrift hauls to you guys, because my thrift has got some great stuff lately, especially jewelry, and I've been finding some shoes. So this was a pair of boots that I found when I was wandering through the store, actually looking at jewelry, and it was next to one of their jewelry areas. And they had been tried on and then set aside. So they weren't out with like the regular boots. These were in different color of brown suede, like a patchwork, and still had the inserts in them, had never been worn. I was like, snatched those babies up and put them in the cart. Now, this is probably an item I have paid the most for. Well, no, that's not true. Second to highest paid up at the thrift. I paid $40 for these, but I had them in the cart, and I know Staud sells really well anyways, and these were new, and I quickly Google lensed them, and it popped up that a pair had sold on the Real for about $300. So I was like, yes, I'm buying them for $40. So I did list them for $300. Somebody sent me an offer for $200, and I took it. So I sold those for $200 on eBay. They are gorgeous. Whoever bought these, is going to love them. Okay, so those were the sales. Those were the items that I listed during this listing challenge that already have sold. So let's compare a little bit, okay? In January, y'all are going to laugh at me, okay? And so I admit to y'all, sometimes I'm like the worst reseller ever. And in January, that was true. I only listed in the month of January 3 items, okay? I was very behind. However, my solds for January were 29. I sold 29 items in the month of January, even though I only listed 3 items, okay? Now, in the month of February, I listed right around 100 items, and I sold a total of 35. So my sales definitely did go up. I'm hoping that that trend will continue as we go. I'm hearing a noise. I'm hoping that's one of my kids' iPads. Okay, sorry. Like, are the dogs doing something? I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of the comparable. Sales definitely went up, and for sure a lot of the items that I listed during this listing challenge sold. So that was awesome. I appreciate so much those of you who gave me support, and as promised, we're going to do a giveaway. So when I threw out this idea, because I was trying to figure out a way to really make myself accountable to you guys to get this listing done, because when I looked at it, it was completely overwhelming. And so what I decided to do was I was going to commit to you guys that I was going to list every day, a box a day, and I was going to put it in my shorts so that you guys could see that I actually was doing it. And there were 2 of my subscribers, maybe 3, 2 or 3, that commented every single short. So I have a total of 3 mystery boxes that I've put together from items. I took an item from each box that I listed, and I pulled an item that I would have listed, not one I would have donated, one I would have listed, and I put it into a subscriber mystery box. Okay, because I listed almost 30 days, 29 leap year, February, I was able to put together 3 mystery boxes. So they're kind of like fun boxes, right? Because I think each one has like a bag in it. Each one's got a pair of shoes. Each one's got some jewelry. Each one's got a designer item. So they're pretty evenly put together. Okay, so this is the way we're going to do it because I didn't lay any rules out in the beginning. I just said I'm giving y'all a mystery box. This is what I'm going to do. For the 3 people, I'll go back and double check, but I think it was 3. For the 3 people who commented every day on my shorts, on every short, I am going to do a drawing between the 3 of y'all, and one of the 3 of y'all are going to win one of those boxes. The second drawing I'm going to do for the second box is there were a larger number of people that commented on 25 of the 29 boxes or shorts. And so for those of you who commented the majority of time, 25 of the 29 shorts, you guys are going to go into a drawing and I'm going to give y'all a box. Okay, so for everybody else, leave a comment in this video. You're going to leave the comment congrats to give me congratulations that I completed this challenge. And then I am going to draw a winner for the 3rd box from the comments in this video. Okay. Now this giveaway is not any way sponsored by YouTube. I am going to be covering all of it. Okay. So I'm going to close out. You have through Saturday to enter congrats into this video. And I will do a drawing in my video next Monday to pick that. Well, I'll pick all 3 winners. But that is how you will enter. I will make sure if this was confusing, because I'm like, talk a lot. I will make sure to write that all out, maybe a little more clearly in the description. Okay. So, and then there will be a cutoff. If, once you win, okay, if you do not reply back to me within 48 hours, you're going to forfeit your box because there's been drama in the past with some of these giveaways. Okay. So you'll have 48 hours to email me once you know that you've won and claim it. I will need your address from you so that I can mail you the box, but you don't owe me anything. Okay. So that's how it'll work. If you're confused because I'm a rambler, just check the description. It should be much clearer there. But there will be 3 boxes given away. 1 will do a drawing for the people that commented in every short. And that's people who have already commented. Okay. I've already printed out all the comments from my shorts. Okay. And then there'll be another one for people who commented the majority of the time, 25 out of the 29 videos that I did. And then we'll do one from this video. So either way, whether you commented in the shorts or you comment today, you have a chance to win. There is no purchase necessary, and I appreciate all of you guys for supporting me. Okay, so make sure you pop in tomorrow. We are doing a DIY 5-pound jewelry box, and I will be going through that, and you guys can see what I got. And then on Thursday, we are going to be opening a fun box and friend mail, which I'm so excited about. I can't wait to do that. Speaking of fun boxes, I do have another collab coming, and I feel like I should have already mentioned this and I haven't, and I will post it up in the community page as well. But Lindsay over at Lindsay Clark has put together the second annual St. Patrick's Day Fun Box Crawl. So on St. Patrick's Day, there's going to be 16 of us that are going to be opening fun boxes, and it'll be staggered throughout the day so you can check all of our boxes out, see what we got, and I can't wait for you guys to join me on that. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate each and every one of you and all of your support, especially during this listing challenge. Make sure you enter for the giveaway because there's some good stuff in these mystery boxes I put together. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.